Hey guys, welcome back. I got an awesome video for you. We're going to talk about how to hit your driver a lot straighter and also how to pick up some good club head speed while you're at it. Nobody wants to hit their driver straight and just be kind of dinking it out there. We want to give it a good rip, get some good distance, and hit it straight at the same time, which is exactly what I'm going to go over today. Now the first thing, the drill we're going to use to do this, the first drill we're going to use is an acceleration drill. It's a little half backswing. Our left arm should be going to about parallel with the ground. You notice your club's about perpendicular to that, or a 90-degree angle at this point of the swing. And then from there, I really want to accelerate through all the way to that good full finish. I'm trying to get as much speed here as I can. The reason we're doing this drill is a lot of times I'll see players that are struggling with consistency with the driver. They're going to the top of the backswing. They're using mostly arms, maybe casting the club a little bit, kind of hitting at the ball. And my hands and arms are very, very active in this. I'm not getting my body to lead the way, and I'm not getting a lot of acceleration of the club. When I cast with my arms, I'm getting all this speed way back here in the swing. As my club comes closer and closer to contact, it's actually decelerating, which can close the face sometimes, it can open it the next time, just not gonna be as consistent as you want. So this one is really gonna gear in on a slow backswing, short backswing, and then really making sure we accelerate through with our body and then our arms here in a second. So the first piece of this, let's go ahead and set up and make some practice swings first. If you're doing these in your living room at home, go ahead and grab a club right now, work through these. If you don't do the drills, we're not gonna be hitting it longer and straighter. If you don't have a driver, it's completely fine, grab whatever club you have. I'm gonna take it to a backswing here where my left arm's about parallel to the ground, and then to start down, I wanna feel like my knees separate and my hips start to open. If I was gonna toss a ball down this fairway, so if I just grabbed a ball here and just toss it down the fairway, I'm beginning to take it halfway back, let my knees separate, my hips open. You'll notice as I come through contact, or what would be contact, my hips and shoulders, everything is opening up. That's a real big key for consistency and speed. If I let everything open up, I can just toss that ball right down the fairway every single time. That's how everybody I've ever asked to toss a ball does it. If we're casting from the top, we're almost taking that ball and throwing it across our body. That would look something more like this, where I'm staying closed with my body, I'm not opening up, and I'm trying to throw the ball by doing that. Well, it gets very awkward. I could release the club a little bit too much, not release it enough. If we get the body to open, now it's going to be very consistent. Another way to think about this is if I'm opening my body, half backswing, I'm opening my body, it's almost like I'm going to take this club. Let's go ahead and grab another iron here. If I imagine that I'm taking this club, letting my body open up, everything's facing more toward the target, and now I'm gonna go ahead and launch that club down the fairway. Hopefully I don't break my iron, but that's the sensation that I'm getting. If I put this to the test, I've got a great little device here called the Voice Caddy, the Swing Caddy 2. This is not too expensive a device. It measures your club head speed, your carry distance, your ball speed, really cool radar for a fraction of the price of my big fancy devices. Here I have my Foresight GC Quad. This one's about $18,000. Let's compare these two. If I'm doing this drill correctly, just this little half swing, I should be able to get pretty decent club head speed and pretty decent distance with this. So if you have a device like that, go ahead and crank it out, set it down, and let's see what the club head speed is. So again, here, half backswing. I'm really gonna let that body open up, really accelerate on through, and get some good club head speed, even with that half backswing. There we go, hit that one hard. Really felt like my knees separated and I really rotate on through there. Club head speed was 111. My ball speed was 160 and my carry distance was 263. Pretty good with half backswing. I may have gone a little bit farther back, but I really made sure I accelerated on through there. My Voice Caddy, Swing Caddy 2, says 108 club head speed, so 111 within a few miles an hour. Pretty close there. It says 158 ball speed. This one says 160 within 2 miles an hour. $18,000 machine, less than $300 machine. And then it calculates the actual distance. I launched that one a little low. This one, the Swing Caddy, can't calculate that, so it averaged a little bit more. It said 287 driver distance versus 263. But the club head speed and the ball speed are very, very similar. Now, from there, what if I start to slice one a little bit? This can be a drill where we got this acceleration happening, but maybe I start to slice a few out to the right. What's happening there is I'm going ahead and making this half backswing. I'm accelerating on through, but what's happening is my arms are staying wide open. Look at that club face, how it's pointing way out to the right. The sensation here is, if you look at tour players, their hips are going to be about 45 degrees open at contact. Their club is moving square to the target at contact. So if I'm swinging toward this camera, if I was to keep my hips square, my club is going this way in relationship to my hips. So if you feel like you're normally swinging with your hips are square, club head square, when you start opening those hips more, that could get you more to the left. That's your natural swing if you're not opening those hips enough. We need to swing more to the right and release that club head. So again, if those hips are square, I'm swinging out to the right. At the same time, if you look at this club face, I'm letting that turn closed. So I'm feeling like I'm coming around the outside of that ball. My club face to me feels like it's going like this, and it's turning on over to release that club face. So it's swinging to the right and turning over at the same time. That's that draw type swing path. Once I open my hips up doing that, now that's going to be more square with contact. So those are two of the big misconceptions I see with that. So on this one, I'll go ahead and wake up my swing caddy. The cool thing about this comes with a little remote here too. So it's pretty fun to practice with. They sent me this one to test out, and I was really surprised when I used it more and more how good it is for the price of it. But here, again, let's open up those hips, let's release that club, and I'm gonna try to get a little bit of a draw as I'm doing this little half swing. There we go, so that one drew, really hit that one hard. So I got a lot of speed there because I really accelerated on the round. 109 club head speed, 158 ball speed, 250 carry. Again, this one's calculating a little bit more because it's calculating the launch differently. Actually, I have it set up on the wrong club. That's probably why it's doing that. Switch it to driver. 108 club head speed, 158, exactly the same as this one. 1 mile an hour off on the club head speed between the two, exactly the same ball speed between the two. So now I've got this half swing, I'm really accelerating. Hopefully you're working at it. If you don't have a swing caddy, that's completely fine. Use some type of device though to measure your club head speed. Make sure it's going up and up as you're doing this half swings. Now let's go ahead and take it to the full swing. So what's happening here, I'm making the exact same motion where I'm letting those legs rotate, letting that club release, and I'm swinging on through, but now I'm just gonna take a little farther back. So instead of the half back swing, I'm gonna go ahead and rotate all the way up to the top and then feel exactly the same as I'm coming through contact. I'll see that swing speed bump up a few more miles an hour, but I shouldn't see any loss in distance. I should actually gain some distance, and I will gain a little bit of accuracy there too, because now I can make a little more free-flowing swing as I'm doing this. So let's go ahead and try one out here full speed, see what happens. There we go, hit that one great, right down the middle. It's about as good as I can hit one. 170 ball speed, 119 club head speed. We're going 284 carry. This one calculated a little bit more carry. 116 club head speed, so within 1 mile an hour, or 3 miles an hour. 171 ball speed, 169 ball speed, pretty accurate there. Just calculate a little bit more distance on my voice caddy. So put those drills together now. Let's go ahead and do all three. Number one, half back swing, really accelerate on through. I'm looking to get maximum club head speed. Number two, if my hips are square, I'm feeling like I'm swinging to the right and releasing that club head. I don't want to feel like I'm doing this or I'm holding it face wide open. I'm going to hit a lot of blocks and slices to the right. Number three, exact same feeling. Go ahead and take it to the top of the swing. Go ahead and give it a rip and you're going to get a lot of distance. All right guys, so now what do we do next? We talked about how to really accelerate that club coming through contact, and a big key to that, we have to have a good amount of lag to save up that energy to let that whip on through there. So it's kind of a 1-2 punch. We got to save that energy up with lag, and then we got to release that energy accelerating through contact like we talked about in this video. I've got an awesome bonus video for you. It's a bow and arrow drill. It's actually one of my better drills, talking about how we can increase this angle of lag in the downswing, just like the pros are doing. I'm gonna walk you through it piece by piece. The video is gonna play here in a second. Just click the card on your screen or the link down below in the description. You'll get instant access to that. You pair that lag up with this great acceleration we talked about here today, you're gonna be ripping those drives. Let's go and get started with the bow and arrow drill. We're gonna get some more lag. I know you guys really want a lot of lag. All the pros have it, and I got a great 3-piece drill that Robin's gonna help us demonstrate. The right forearm, the right shoulder, they're trying to come down really hard to start the swing, and we burn up all our speed prior to getting down to the ball. So we're not saving up any of that energy. Imagine there's kind of like a pouch with arrows in it, and I'm gonna pull the arrow out of the quiver and then swing on through. In grain, the reason this works is because I can't cast or that club's gonna come off my shoulder. I'm letting the start of my transition be across.